Traders, happy Friday. Welcome. If you got any questions, make sure to put it in the chat over here. We're going to go through a few things, but I hope everyone's having a good week so far. And yeah, I appreciate you guys being on here. Please, if you got any questions, make sure to put in the live chat, and then we'll make sure to run through there for sure. Morning. Need tickers? Let me know. Any tickers you guys want me to go over? Okay, so let's get right into it. As you can see, I've got a swing position currently on a pound CAD at the moment, and I am still running some GU longs, which are looking very, very nice at the moment. I did take some here last night, closed 80% here at previous week's highs. Okay, and I did actually tweet about this today, so let me actually bring this up for you guys. Just something I was speaking about the opening week range report, a few reports that I was mentioning today, but something that I am, going to be, I am going to be transitioning more into. If you come to my Twitter page over here, actually, and you can actually see I'm going to be transitioning to more of an intraday swing approach. Obviously, I just became a dad, so I don't really have time to be looking at the lower time frames anymore. So yeah, that's just something that just to note as we move forward on the streams and everything like that. Okay, so got some positions on GCAD, which is in drawdown at the moment, but it's still looking good. It's a holding market structure. It's holding up quite nicely. I might actually look to add into this position over here. I've got some longs on NVIDIA. And then I also have some longs on Apple that are still running from yesterday. Simple. Let's go to a little bit of my approach on how I actually took these trades. I did mention that I was going to be looking at these heading into the open yesterday for those that were on the stream. But basically, we are taking out that Monday and Tuesday's highs, which is the opening week range report. So if you go to Apple, okay, let's go to Apple. Let's just add my watch list here. Okay. Let's add Apple over here like that. Okay. And we can actually see, let's go back to the report section. We can actually see over here, okay, Apple on the opening week range like that. Let's go in the last 6 months and let's go like that. Okay. So we can actually see after Monday and Tuesday sets a high and low, only 16% of the time do we break both sides. So what does that mean? It means that here's the start of the week. Here's the low from the week. Okay. Here is the high from the week for the regular trading hours. If we take out one side, which we've now taken out the highs here on Wednesday, very rarely, only 16% of the time do we come back and break this opposite side, meaning I can look for longs in extension. And that's my thought process on my longs on Apple. And obviously you can only look at these trades after after Tuesday has closed, right? Obviously from the Monday and Tuesday. And this is the kind of the same plan I have for GCAD. Okay. Sorry. The same plan that I have for GCAD. We've taken out, here's Monday's lows, Monday and Tuesday's lows. Here's Monday and Tuesday's highs. We've taken out the high side over here on Thursday. Sorry. And now looking to look for extensions in that direction because on GCAD, we can pull up the data on GCAD, right? We're trading above weekly VWAP, above the 5-day SMA. But if we pull up the stats on GCAD, which I was going through yesterday, you can see actually on this report over here. So let's go opening week range. We have, let's go to the daily time frame like that. 14% of the time we break the other side. Are you setting your stop loss for these trades below the low of the Monday and Tuesday or using another indicator? Normally, I'm using a price action structure like my GCAD trade over here. I just like these lows over here. So I set my stop loss to these lows. That was the reason for it. But if you want to go with a wider stop loss, you can go at the low of that Tuesday, where we set the low for the Monday and Tuesday. But for me, it was a little bit unnecessarily too big. And I'm just using 50-minute price action structure. Okay, so that's why I went for that level over here. because if the price comes back down there, it would be invalidated. Okay, so does that make sense? Any tickers that you guys would like me to go? So currently, as I said, currently I'm long Apple, Nvidia, GU, and GCAD still. Okay. Are you looking for toggle on those trades, or you hold to close at the end of the day? Yeah, I'm going to be holding till close at the end of the day, probably on this. I still like the market structure, so probably we'll hold into the close, even into the weekend, maybe if we still hold up structure, especially if we take out previous days highs. Now, obviously, with the stocks, well, that's yet to be seen because obviously we've got the market open in the next hour and a bit. Okay, so let me actually just put these in the chat at the moment, the trades that I'm running right now. Okay, so GCAD longs. So holding, and then I do, as mentioned, have the Nvidia longs and Apple longs as well, using that opening week range. And we are gapping up on Nvidia, so I'm going to continue holding. We'll see what we do get over here. But I do like, yeah. Yeah, I would say I've only been doing it for the last 2 months, so that's not enough data to kind of give that for now. But one thing I can say is I've actually got some, made some really nice money in January, so that was a nice month. But I would still say that's only 1 month. It's not enough data. I'd have to probably get a full year of data, or at least 6 months, to take it from there. But one thing I can say is that it is a lot less stressful. I'm not having to look at lower time frames and be worried about that type of stuff. So that is definitely something I can say about that. And I just, as I said, I don't have the mental capacity to be looking at the low time frames. I've just become a dad. I just got too much on my plate right now to be worrying about the 1 minute time frame. It's just a little bit too much for me right now. So I think after 6 months, I'll be able to give that basically a full breakdown, and with confidence, with data backed, opinions, so I've only been doing it for 2 months now, and January was very nice. I did do a monthly review on January, but again, that's just 1 month, so we'll take it from there. And as I said, I'm trading indexes, currencies, stocks, and a little bit of Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin was actually my best ticker last month. Any other questions or anything like that? Okay, so let's go over some. Maybe let's go over some gold. I know a lot of traders like looking at that. So just looking at gold, I did mention yesterday on stream that I don't personally trade gold at all, but we did take out previous day's highs, which is this white dotted line, and that's why I would be looking for longs in continuation. If we come here to the gold report, okay, if we come here to the gold report, okay, we can actually see if we take out that previous day's highs or lows. Okay, if we take out the highs and let's just go by weekday, and you in the last 6 months, you can actually see on a Thursday, it was 86% of the time we actually closed as a bullish closing day if we take out the highs. So that's why I would have stayed long bias if I was trading gold yesterday. I know we had a few traders that were looking at that themselves. Anyone here trade gold themselves? Okay, so crude. Okay, let's go over crude. Yeah, 100%. Okay. Yeah. So currently, what I'm seeing on, I also don't really trade crude as well. We are sitting at this daily 5 SMA. So that's, and at the weekly view app as well. So that's going to be quite interesting. Let's see from the Mondays and Tuesdays highs. So he has highs to lows. We've actually taken out, there we go. There's the high and low. Quite a big, movement to the high side, pull run to the high side on Monday and Tuesday, and then just completely collapses on Wednesday. Right now we've taken our previous day's highs, so that would be something that I'm looking at. But I don't like that we are trading into weekly view up. But maybe because we traded above previous day's highs is something that we could look for longs in continuation. Let's have a look here. CL, that previous day's range report. Okay, we can see, let's just go here daily. Okay, so we can actually see by weekday, if we take out the highs, 60% of the time. So not a great statistic there in terms of CL. So maybe not a big confluence of here for me right now, but we are looking pretty bullish. But we're just trading into those key view ups. Maybe something, if you look at, also, yeah, hourly chart doesn't look too bullish as well, but we are kind of bottoming out here. So maybe a move back towards these highs with a stop at the low here could be something that you could be looking at. But as mentioned, we have taken our previous day's highs, but the stats are not too great in terms of that, maybe that continuation. That's why I do like the week by weekday, the reports by weekday. Yeah, 100%. If you got any questions, anything that you want to ask, please let me know. Okay, so, and also we don't really have a favorable that opening week range report because we've taken out the lows now. You check what I'm saying. So if we come over here, CL, and we go to that opening week range report, okay, opening week range, okay, that opening week range report, 11% of the time in the last 6 months, do we break both sides? So I wouldn't, I mean, only 11% of the time do we come back and break this side of it because we've now taken out the lows. Do we come back and break over here? So that wouldn't be ideal as well. Of course, it can do anything, right? But we just don't know. Tesla is something that I'm looking for longs. It's something that I was watching here off these levels on the daily time frame, but also just from an hourly perspective and using that 5-day SMA. We have turned the corner on it actually yesterday, and I wanted to get in long last night, but I just wanted to see how we open up today before maybe initiating a swing position, something like this on Tesla, something like that, where we can get like, the kind of like a position like this where we can get the stop, maybe something like that on Tesla. So that is something that I am keeping my eye out for as well. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Anyone got any thoughts on Tesla? But that's kind of like what I'm looking for, maybe like a swing position like this. Now that we've crossed that 5-day SMA, look how we hold that to the downside. So very tough for the longs if you're bottom picking over here for a longer term trend. But that's what I am kind of seeing on Tesla at the minute, as mentioned. Okay, so I'm watching that. Okay. Do we have any news today? I do believe we have some news. Let's just bring it up. We got core retail sales in the next 6 minutes, as you can see. So that is something that we have to keep an eye out for as well. Okay. Anything else, guys? Anything else? Please let me know. Okay, we got some more. So earlier today, more Doge job cuts from Elon. Yep, could drive Vice into Tesla at the open, or maybe not. Who knows? Yeah, that's very. I've been seeing that on Twitter as well. It's very, very Tesla can be very, very fundamentally based. I mean, when Trump got elected president, I mean, it literally jumped like 12% overnight. So I do agree with you. It can be very, very fundamentally based, 100%. Something I was looking at as well was GJ and EJ for some longs too. DAX has just been on an absolute tear, recently. I mean, that's just been absolutely ripping. Something a nice position that I've actually missed on GJ and EJ this week was we took out, you see that yellow, the 5-day SMA, and we took out Monday and Tuesday's highs. I should have been initiating some longs. I mean, that was literally like a 300-point move. You could have had stops, kind of something like this. So that's definitely something that I need to speak, in my daily report card and weekly report card there, like something like that, with the stops at the lows there. So that's definitely something I could have been looking at personally. Okay, let's just see what my GCAD and that. Okay, so GCAD and that's still looking pretty nice. It's making new highs here. I really, really do like that. And the stop loss placement made sense for me over there with this trade. Okay, in terms of, let's go over some of the indexes. I know you guys love trading the indexes here as well. I did not have any index trades yesterday, but I did have, let's go like that. Okay, but I am seeing possibly some extension maybe to the high side here today. Again, we are trading above this Monday and Tuesday's highs. Nasdaq as well. We are trading above previous day's highs as well on the Nasdaq. S&P actually we have taken out too. So that would be my look for continuation to the high side on that on the indexes. But do we come down first? Who knows? We're gonna have to see what we do get today. Any other questions? Any other reports? Any other things that you guys want me to go over? Please. This is what these pre-market preps are for. Any edgeful reports that you guys, or anything about edgeful that you guys don't understand, or you want me to cover? I used a new scan this morning. The London session found it helpful. Nice. What? I actually haven't looked at that new scanner personally, so let's just go via screener. The screener you're talking about, right? Okay, cool. Let's have a look here. Let's go have a look at previous day's range report. No screener, right? Like that. You can only select and then screener 2. Okay, I see. Okay, previous day's range is quite neat. How do you add more tickers? Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, 7 tickers. Okay, you got to add more. Okay, got it. It's like if you want to add Tesla, find tickers. Oh, this is futures. Okay, let's go like stop. Let's go all. Okay, so they've only got it for a few right now. Okay, cool. Got it. Okay, cool. I see. Nice. Okay, so I see that. Yeah, personally, I just go into. I guess this is nice because you get it all in one plate. Look at London; it's already filled in. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Let's go to London. Nice. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, I see that. So you can actually see if it's touched. Okay, nice. That is nice because it can actually tell you if it's taken out the previous day's range high or not, and which. Yeah, that is actually very neat. I will say that. I personally don't use this. It's weird how everybody uses Edgeful so differently. Like I personally just don't use these tickers, the screeners. I actually go into each individual report because I know what I'm looking at. But I guess if you like don't want to do that and you want to do the analysis, it's kind of like doing a stock screener essentially. That is very helpful. Very neat. Thanks. Yeah, I actually haven't, as I said, I don't, it's weird. We're actually on the team meeting with Edgeful and we're just saying how differently we all use the website, right? You can actually see. So see, NQ has done it. It's touched previous day's highs. So has ES, as I mentioned. So that would be bullish there based on that previous day's range report. Okay, you guys understand that? Yes. Okay, we had that USD news come in. So, oh, there you go. We're getting some lift off on GCAD. So that's looking quite nice. Pound dollar, my pound dollar trade looking very, very nice over here as well. So, yeah, that's looking very neat. My GU trade over here. Okay, so that's looking very, very nice. And yeah, we'll definitely look to hold this into the rest of the day. Okay. Okay. So that is obviously very, very nice. Now we have actually taken our previous day's highs, not with the body yet, with the candle on GCAD, as you can see. So this is definitely something I'm going to look to hold for the rest of the day. Okay, guys. So that's kind of like the morning. As I said, I'm long Nvidia, Apple. I'm looking for some longs on Tesla, some possible longs on the US indexes as well. Nasdaq and S&P, and I got the longs on GCAD and GU, which I'm going to look to hold too. So that's kind of like the pre-market prep right now today. I would say Tesla and the index as longs. I'm probably my main focus of active, maybe positions that I could be managing in the next couple. But otherwise, from there, take it easy. Have a good Friday, and yeah, I appreciate you guys being on stream again every single Wednesday through to Friday. I'm live here for some pre-market prep for you guys to end to start the day and obviously end the latter half of the week. So yeah, appreciate you guys being on. We'll see you then rest of the day here in the live chat. Cheers, everyone.